Hi everyone, welcome back to StartDevOps. I am Mahbub. So in this video, we are going to learn the what is DNS and the VPN. So I'm really sorry from last 1 month I have not recorded any video and I have not uploaded in YouTube. The reason is I switched to new company, so there I was busy with my new work and new clients. So from now onwards, so I will record day by day one video and update on the YouTube. No worry about it. So let's move to the topic. In this video. We are going to learn what is DNS and how DNS is going to be work. And as a DevOps engineer, what are the tasks we are going to do with the help of DNS. And also we will see the VPN. So what is VPN? So what is the use case of VPN? So how it is going to be secure our data. These are all things we are going to cover in this video. Before we move to the topic, if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe my channel and share with your friends. And also connect with me on LinkedIn, as well as join our Star DevOps community. Let's move to the topics. The topic we are going to cover is DNS. So DNS is stand for domain name system. So it's a kind of phone book. So in phone book, what we are going to do? So we write numbers and then we write the names of the particular person which are going to save this. Similarly, domain name DNS is a kind of service which helps to remember the which helps to easily solve the name into a domain name into a IP address. Suppose we have a Google. So Google has a IP address. It's the 8.8.8.8.8. So it is very hard to remember. Instead of remembering the name, to overcome this issue, DNS come to the industry. So there is a IP address 142.250.182.78 is really hard to remember instead of github.com. So github.com is very familiar to us, so we can easily remember the name. So how DNS going to help to that convert into the name into a IP address. So we have a client. Suppose client is nothing but the user. So user wants to access something, some applications. It's about Google, Facebook, Instagram. These are the applications. Suppose he wants to access, so he cannot remember the all the IP addresses. It is very hard to remember. So there, instead of remembering the IP address, they use the name. That name is going to be stored in DNS servers. From there, the DNS name and the IP address, each and everything steps are be available in the DNS server. So from there to it will be get to the IP address. From there to browser will be give the feedback output to the user. The end of the user going to be access that application. Like that is going to be work as a DNS. So and also we can see the step by step. So how DNS going to be work. So DNS is going to be works whenever you write www.google.com or facebook.com, instagram.com. What are the applications? Not only this social media application, what are the banking related? Each and everything you are going to give the name here on your browser. That will be checked the it is the DNS cache. In every browser has a cache. Cache is nothing but a temporary memory, so that going to be store the suppose you already store the any kind or you already search the data that data is going to be stored in the cache. Why? Because what is the use case of cache? It easy to access and fast for fast access. Cache is going to be help. It will check the DNS is available in that particular cache. If not, it will move to the ISP provider. We have a different kind of ISP provider, internet service providers there, like Airtel, Google, Vodafone. These are they are the internet provider. There it will check the it's there the DNS. If not, it will move to the top root servers. From there, it will search the DNS IP address. If they're also not available, it move to the TLD authority DNS server. Definitely, it will get the IP address. Whenever you get the IP address, your browser is going to be connect to that server. From there to fetch the data, and it will send to you, and you can easily access. These are all the steps is going to happen in milliseconds. So as a DevOps engineer, how you are going to use this DNS service, we are going to see. So as a DevOps engineer, you should use DNS every day. And also suppose you want to create update, deploy any application for the DNS is very important. So application, web applications or apps for the DNS is important. You need to create the new domain names, each and everything. Configuring DNS into AWS Route 53 servers. So in route AWS, we are going to call the Route 53, the DNS service call in Route 53 in AWS. And also we are going to mapping the load balancer into a domain names, and also switching the traffic one region to another region, as well as in Kubernetes microservices. There we use DNS cores. So why is we are going to use DNS to reliably and scalability for the application, as well as this is a good great, very hard to remember the IP. Instead of remembering the name, IP address is very hard to remember. So DNS going to be help. So till now what you have learned, so DNS is nothing but it is a kind of service like a phone book, so that would convert into name into a IP address. So DNS has a few steps. So whenever we search the particular website name, so that the browser cache, it will check the browser cache. If available, it will take the IP address. If not available, it move to the ISP provider. From there also it not move, then it will move to the root server. There it will check. There also it not available, it will move to the TLD DNS authoritative DNS server. There you will get the IP address. From there to your browser is going to hit that particular server, and it will take the request back. These are all things happen in milliseconds. As a DevOps engineer, is our daily task to create a new domain name system, to mapping the IP address into load balancer and switching traffic between one region to another region, as well as creating new web application for web apps. For that, we need to create DNS, and also Kubernetes to scalability and readability, reliability. We use DNS, and now we are going to see the VPN. So what is VPN? VPN is a kind of service. This is also kind of a service that used to be secure and reliable communication in the private network. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, that creates a secure encrypted terminal between the device and the remote network. Suppose we have a remote network, so our client is another country client, so we need to access the remote. So for that, VPN is going to be create the secure and reliable connection between the user and the remote network. It hides your identity, so VPN is going to hide the identity, and it will encrypt the data. Encrypt is nothing but so our actual data we can easily understand. So that will convert into the human understandable format. Human cannot understandable the data, that is going to be converted into the encryption. So likewise, you can see here, so there is a user in between, we have a VPN client. So then we have a service provider, here we have a VPN server, then internet. So when user wants to connect to the internet, that data is going to be moved from these phases. First, the VPN client, it is going to encrypt the data from here to service provider. So here also the data is going to encrypted format. And the VPN server, it is going to decrypt the data, which means that convert the data into a readable format. Then the client is going to be used. From he access the data, it will convert to the encrypted format. From here to encrypted format, then this VPN client is going to be decrypt this data, and the end user going to be used like this. VPN going to be create the secure and reliable connection between the user and the remote location. We can see the when you connect to the VPN, your traffic is encrypted, which means our data is going to be encrypted and the hide the identity, and it will create a secure tunnel between the user and the network. VPN servers are decrypts the data. This server is going to be decrypt the data. VPN servers sends traffic to the internet. From there to send the traffic to the internet. The website sends the VPN server's IP not to your users, so users cannot see the IP address. It is perfect to privacy and security for the remote access. For remote access, it is very important. Why? Because most of we have seen the many threats are happening in these those days. For that, for secure connection and secure your data and your company, so VPN is going to be used. So as a DevOps engineer, VPN using VPN is very important to secure connection protection servers. So we have protection servers. Some companies are available. So without VPN connection that owned, so we cannot access the protection access. And also we have the to access private network we use VPC. We will see the VPC in the AWS services. There is a virtual private cloud services. That is virtual private cloud, similar to VPN. To connect the Kubernetes cluster, we use VPNs. To using AWS clients, VPNs to access the restrict services. Yeah, suppose we have a virtual private network. So inside that network, we can avoid this. So there is another suppose the out of the industry person or out of our company person cannot access the data. So these are all things is going to be securely we can protect our data and the company with the help of VPN. So what is VPN? VPN is a virtual private network. It will create a terminal between the secure terminal, the user to the remote access or a network remote server. It will convert the data into a encrypted format, and also it is going to hide the identity, and it will create the access private network safely. We can safely access the network. So as a DevOps engineer, so ca- very important to use VPNs, mostly in production. So we cannot, without VPN, we cannot access the production servers. And also we use the VPNs in AWS services, which is called VPC service as a DevOps engineer. So like this, we are going to use these services. So DNS services and the VPN services. If you have any doubt, you can comment with me. I can resolve your issue. If you found any drawbacks, please let me know. I want to send my audience to a good content. If you do like this video, please do subscribe my channel and share with your friends, and also connect with me in LinkedIn, as well as join our StartDevOps community. Till that, thank you. Have a great day.